Good morning, boys and girls. Welcome back to another exciting edition of the American Revolution, Lesson 2. Okay, so what you need to succeed are your mentor text, a pencil, and a highlighter. Grab those items. Oops. And then our learning goals today are: I can monitor my comprehension while reading. And what that means, boys and girls, is that I can check to see, am I really understanding what I'm reading? And then our other goal is I can make adjustments when I'm having difficulty understanding what I'm reading. All right, let's start. So today we're going to do our first read on pages 6 and 7. Why don't you turn to those pages? And then, of course, I want you to circle any difficult or unfamiliar words out there. But I also want you to look for the following words: resented, tensions, and intolerable. You ready? Okay. So this is The Road to Revolution by Jamal West. For 150 years, Great Britain's American colonies had been able to grow and change. As long as the colonists provided Britain with raw materials and bought British goods, the colonies were allowed to govern themselves. This situation changed in 1763 after the French and Indian War. Defending the colonies in that war had cost the British a great deal of money. After it was over, the British Parliament decided the colonies should help pay the bills. In 1765, Parliament passed the Stamp Act, which taxed many everyday items that colonists used. A few years later, the Townshend Acts placed taxes on even more items. The colonists greatly resented these taxes. Unlike other British citizens, they had no representatives in Parliament. As a result, they had no chance to vote on the taxes being imposed on them. For the next few years, tensions increased as colonists, calling themselves patriots, angrily protested these acts. In 1770, the situation turned violent. British soldiers fired into a crowd of protesters in Boston, Massachusetts. 5 protesters were killed in what became known as the Boston Massacre. Following this, the protests increased in intensity. When a group of patriots destroyed a shipment of British tea in Boston Harbor in 1773, Parliament cracked down. In 1774, it passed a series of laws that the colonists referred to as the Intolerable Acts. These acts closed the port of Boston and stripped the colonists of some of their rights. To enforce these acts, Great Britain sent additional troops to Massachusetts. On April 19, 1775, a group of these soldiers encountered Massachusetts militiamen, or unpaid citizen soldiers, near the towns of Lexington and Concord. After a tense standoff between the two sides, shots were fired. The American Revolution had begun. Okay. At the bottom of your page, there's a timeline, and it's how it all began. So in 1763, the French and Indian War ended, which was fought between Great Britain and France. The war leaves Britain in debt. It means they owe a lot of money. They have a lot of debt. In 1765, Britain passes the Stamp Act to tax colonists. Sons and Daughters of Liberty organized protests. In 1767, Britain passes the Townshend Acts, placing import taxes on products such as tea. Import taxes are goods that are coming in this case, to what is not quite the United States. They're placing taxes on those things coming in. And then in 1770, the Boston Massacre occurs. Colonists and British soldiers clash in Boston and 5 colonists are killed. Crispus Attucks, if you see the picture of him, an African American who was shot during the Boston Massacre, is considered by many to be the first casualty of the American Revolution. In 1774, Britain passes the Intolerable Acts in response to colonial protests. And in 1775, the first warfare between colonists and British soldiers takes place in Massachusetts at Lexington and Concord. A lot happening in that time frame. Okay, take a look on page 6. And I know we were looking for a couple different words. And I circled, or I highlighted resented. If you haven't highlighted it or circled it, please do. And then in your margin, make sure you write that resented means to feel angry or upset about something that you think is unfair. If you have to pause and write that in, that's completely fine. And then there's a picture here, tax on tea. They felt that was unfair. And then here is another picture. And it's tensions I'm circling. Same page. And then there's text evidence there that shows angrily. It's your context clue. Whoops. So tension is a state of mental or emotional strain or stress that can occur when two people or groups are upset with each other. So definitely pause and write that in so you know what that is. And that angrily really does help figure out the context clue, really helps understand tensions. Okay. There is that word intolerable. And it's referred as this point, intolerable acts. It's too harsh or bad to accept. So these acts were really harsh and they were hard to accept. And it's showing the Boston, well, it's called the Boston Tea Party, where they're throwing cases of tea overboard. All right, let's talk about fix-up and monitoring strategies. So, fix-up and monitoring strategies. How you help yourself to understand what you're reading. Skim the entire passage to get a general impression of the content. Okay, like what is this about? And then that second box is activate prior knowledge. Well, sometimes, depending upon what you're reading, and maybe you know a little bit about the American Revolution or have learned something about it, well, as you're reading the story, that will trigger something like, oh yeah, I remember hearing about the Boston Tea Party and what it is. Use text features. Text features, pictures to see what's going on. The other part was the timeline. That's a text feature. And then reread. Adjust your reading rate if necessary. Slow down if you're having a hard time understanding what you're reading. Just slow down. Take your time. It's not a race. All right. So on page 6, fix up, skim. So skip the text to see what it's about. Okay. Text features give clues about topics. So you've got, I've circled revolution on the top and the bottom there. So we already know, well, it's about a revolution. The title and the timeline title tell me that this text is about the American Revolution. What do I already know about this? Now, everybody will be different. Some of you know more than others. Some of you maybe have not even done a lot of learning about the American Revolution. Whoops. So the American Revolution happened because the American colonies didn't want to be ruled by Britain anymore. That's exactly how America came to be. On page 6 again, monitor your comprehension. So reread it to check for understanding. I underlined, as long as the colonists provided Britain with raw materials and bought British goods, the colonies were allowed to govern themselves. Okay, so let's say when I read that second sentence, I don't get it. I'm going to reread it again more slowly to find out why the colonists could govern themselves. So what I come to find out is Britain wanted the colonies to do certain things in exchange for governing themselves, like sending raw materials to Britain and then buying goods from Britain. They're kind of like, you need to do this for us in order to rule yourself. All right, here it's your turn now. I know I said with a partner, but I want you to read aloud to yourself, maybe to your parent. Page 7. As you read, use the strategies you learned about the fix-up and monitor your comprehension. Annotate the text where you use the strategies. So highlight or underline where you use the strategies. And then I want you to think about which strategy helped you the most. And then how did it help you? So go ahead, take a couple minutes or more, pause it here, and then come on back and we'll discuss. All right, welcome back. Okay, so text features. Look at the dates in the timeline. We've got 1770, 1774, 1775. What do I know? The Boston Tea Party was a protest against a tea tax. It's an import. That tea was coming in from Britain, and they were protesting it. That there was a tax. They taxed them on it. Okay? I have reread more slowly. You might have needed to do that. All right. Evaluate your learning. 4, I got it. I can teach it. 3, I can do it on my own, or 2, I can do it with help. I'm still confused, number 1. So I can monitor my comprehension while reading, and I can make adjustments when I'm having difficulty understanding what I'm reading. Mark yourself down. How did you do? All right, I can't wait to dig in more to the American Revolution. Have a great day.